What's up, Bob? How are you?
Everybody good? Let's go straight into questions for Coach.
Desi hit those back-to-back threes in about 30 seconds. He only hit 3 all year. What did you think about that? And because that was a pretty crucial part of the game, helped you guys, I think, go up by 13 or something like that.
Yeah, I thought, shooting the ball, if the percentages, you look at the, the field goal percentage at almost being 50% from the field, and the three-point percentage, 39%, close to 40, and then the free throws at 88. Obviously we shot the ball well tonight. It's hard to get, close to a 50, 40, 80, which is kind of an NBA term for playing as good as you can play offensively. We almost hit those marks. Turning the ball over is a problem. Yeah, I mean he's play. We felt like eventually, just you look at those numbers last year, we felt eventually he would knock some down. I think the good thing is we're going on the road, and hopefully that kind of picks up his confidence level. And those two shots, Bob, were really, really important and crucial for us at that time. I think that was kind of the game. Those were two separators for us.
Jimmy Witt continues to get you off early in games, leading scorer 3 of the last 4 games. Talk about his ability at 6'3" to be your most efficient and effective scorer around the basket, because for a small team, he's the one getting it done in there.
Yeah, he's he's done a great job of kind of playing in that dunker spot for us, and we're playing in a lot of our past places. We're playing him where our 5-man would be. And he's got a size advantage. He's able to offensive rebound a little bit at times down there. And he flashes to open gaps really good when his man kind of comes over. And, we call it ghosting along that baseline. He's done a good job of that. And, it's my dad used Michael Ray Sugar Richardson that way a little bit too with his size when he had him. And he's really creative. I mean, he obviously can play out on the point for us as well, but he's really effective roaming that baseline and kind of having freedom to duck in and kind of play a center guard for us type of role.
Mason came in here. He was a little bit upset with his 6 turnovers, and he said you two had a conversation. What was that like?
Don't turn the ball over. I mean, 6 is a lot. But, it was great to have him back. He just changes us from a spacing standpoint because Mason's such a, he's such a threat. Obviously tonight, foul trouble I thought really hurt us. And, we're going on the road and playing against a really good team, and we're going to have to play much, much, much better than we did tonight, and much, much better than we played against Northern Kentucky. I mean, we're going to have to drastically get better in the next few days before we head out on the road.
How important were Henderson's minutes in that first half?
Phenomenal. Cannot give Ethan enough credit. I thought that, it's interesting. The crowd here is smart. The crowd here has high basketball IQ. We're ecstatic about some of the sellouts coming up. But the crowd, they knew that Ethan came in with incredible energy and enthusiasm and played with great effort. And it's no surprise that our crowd got into the game when Ethan came in. I mean, he looked fresher than the rest of our team. Give him a lot of credit. He blocked shots. He almost led us in rebound, only played 7 minutes. So he did a great job for us. Left his feet, a couple times, which a young player who's hasn't gotten a lot of experience you expect, but just to mentally to be ready to play at that juncture of a game when Adrio and Reggie both had foul trouble, I can't compliment Ethan enough. He's really worked hard behind closed doors every day, and we want him to continue. He's out there shooting right now, working on his perimeter shot. We want him just to continue to keep working and have a great attitude, which he's really exhibited. Because he hasn't been given much opportunity, and he came in tonight and he produced, and he put himself in a better position than maybe what he was going into the game, and I give him a lot of credit because that's not easy to do.
I think Chaney had like a career high 11 rebounds last game. Doesn't put up much tonight. What's the difference with him there?
Yeah, I mean, I think the foul trouble, Nikki, in that first half really was, I don't know the exact number. I think he might have played like 5 minutes or something in the first half because, we have a pretty solid rule that I try not to break, that if you get 2 fouls in the first half, you come out until the second half, because I don't want to be handcuffed in the second half and be worrying about foul trouble. Sometimes you got to break that rule if you need perimeter shooting and somebody gets hot or something like that. But I think as across the board that we have to be more consistent. I thought defensively those first 5 games we were off the charts. We were, we had our hands in the eyeballs. We were keeping the ball in front of us. We were gang rebounding, going to the glass with reckless abandon on the defensive glass. And the last 2 games we have not played with that same intensity. I thought we played great intensity at Georgia Tech. For whatever reason, the last 2 games, there's been moments where we played good and with the toughness that I want, and then there's been moments that we haven't played as well as I would hope. And you can't play at home and have 20 turnovers. You got to have 9 or less turnovers to be an effective offensive team.
8-0 is the best start since 97-98. You've matched that start. If you get another one, the next one, you go back to the national championship season of 93-94. That's 26 years ago. Is that something you've thought about at all, even since the end of this game, or something that will be something that you think about going into this weekend at Western Kentucky?
And I'm just worried about Bassie. My whole thought, we got the depth chart up for Western Kentucky, Kevin, and that's not going to be an easy place to play. It's a weekend game. I'm sure they'll have a good crowd. They came in here last year and won the game. So our guys know that they beat us here last year, and when the schedule came out, we knew with the 3 true road games, meaning the Georgia Tech game, the Western Kentucky game, and the Indiana game, we knew that those 3 games, we had to circle, and those were going to be three tough games. We got one coming up on Saturday, one's in the books, and one's kind of down the road a little bit. So, we're happy we're 8-0, but after Saturday we'll go right back to training camp. We have 3 games in 3 weeks, and we're not going to have soft practices for those 3 weeks. I mean, we got to clean up a ton of stuff, and so we'll get back and grind it for 3 hard weeks leading up, to and then kind of taper off on Thursday and Friday leading up to those games. But we're going to go hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and have a training camp mindset.
You said a lot about Ethan, but circling back to him, what have you seen from him behind closed doors in practices? And then also look back, the team was really excited to see him do well.
Yeah, I think that's the sign of great teammates. That's a sign of a great locker room. That's chemistry. That's culture. Our guys were really, really happy and pumped up, and to celebrate his success. The worst thing in the world is if you're around a team or a group of people that can't celebrate someone else's success, and guys are worried about he's got my minutes now, or we haven't had any of that. I mean, I was pumped up and jacked up for him too, because he's patiently waited his turn, and he got an opportunity for those 7 minutes in the first half, and he grabbed those minutes and played his heart out.
Obviously, you're very intense. Did you realize that the crowd got all excited when you caught the errant pass and bounced it down?
I mean, I just didn't want the ball to hit Chuck or Zim. They've been so good to me, and I don't know how good Zim's hands are or Chuck, so I just wanted to make sure that I could corral that thing before it hit one of them in the nose.
Final question? Bob? Turnovers aside, how do you think Mason played? Because he'd missed the game, and I guess hadn't missed some practice time, and scored pretty well. How do you think he played? And I guess did you just take him out at the end, make sure nothing happened, because he didn't play the last few minutes?
Yeah, I mean, he had 4 fouls, and if that thing got close, we were going to need his offense, and we've run him with handling the ball a lot and pick and rolls. which is a little bit unique because obviously he's playing the power forward spot. So we got our power forward out in the middle of the floor running middle pick and roll with the ball in his hands. We got our point guard underneath the rim playing the dunker spot or the ghost spot and actually playing the 5 spot offensively. So we're kind of inverting our offense a little bit. I just didn't want to put him back in there with the 4 fouls in case that game went from 9 to 3 and we needed, offensive possessions or they were going to start fouling. If that thing was, within striking distance, we needed him as a foul shooter as well. So I just, let him sit down there. But he's got to take better care of the basketball for sure. I thought he played well, Bob. I really did. I thought he shot the ball well. I thought he played unselfish. Certainly, the turnovers. I mean, 6 is it's 3 less than our, we only want our team to have 9. So he's I thought defensively he did a good job for us. He battled, he scrapped, and I thought he played well. And we need him to play well on Saturday. Thanks, guys.